One of the other things that I have done recently is get out into the garden, which is very, very exciting. It is one of the things that I love to do most, and so it has really fed my soul to have the opportunity to do that. There is a front bed in the front of the main house that is circular and bricked, and we took out... You're hearing Andrew installing some shelving in our garage, so sorry for the noise. There is a circular bed in the front of the main house that had a bunch of roses in it, and the former owners had, I believe, a sugar kettle, like maybe a fountain or something. And so we've taken that out. We have put in a, I don't know, like a piece of metal yard art that my grandfather had made, and that has always been in our family. And then I planted a bunch of annuals around it. I have documented the process for doing that, and it's just some simple annual plantings, but I absolutely love it. Look, all my little geranium babies are popping up. Even though it's getting down to 30-something degrees at night, well, let me rephrase that, high 30s, low 40s. During the day, these little greenhouses are keeping them warm enough where they're germinating, because they need to germinate at like 72 degrees. So all of them have babies coming up. Keep an eye on them. Take these tops off in a couple of days. Today is the first day that I'm going to fertilize the front garden bed, and then I'm also going to use this opportunity to fertilize my baby geraniums seedlings for the first time. Let me show you how I'm going to set that up. So I buy a bunch of different water-soluble fertilizers. Miracle-Gro is one of the ones that I use. I also like to use the Proven Winners water-soluble products. This one in particular comes in these containers. I don't know why I've never thought about this before, but really I should be using a airtight container in order to keep this stuff in. So I'm going to transfer this right now because you can see I've ripped this one open a long time ago. I've been using from it, but you see all that stuff? It's just moisture that gets into the bag and probably deteriorates the product that I'm trying to use. You know, whatever. My plants still grow, so it's fine. But maybe if I use a watertight, it won't be as bad. Yeah, see, you see all that stuff left in the bag? That's all moisture. We're humid down here, man. And then look, here's this little green scoop that I can use that comes with the product. I'm actually going to open up another bag. Look, it only filled a portion of it. Let's see what we got. There's like a ton in here. Oh yeah, look, even the unopened bags. Look at that. I wonder what that is. I mean, they appear to be kind of like a vacuum seal, so I don't know. Alright, so I can rip this open. Sorry, I just realized I'm shaking y'all. I have a lot of watering cans that I water with. These two are my major go-tos. Just a simple, I think this is like a 2-gallon, 8-liter watering can. And this is my seedling watering can. As you get a lot of them, you really want to start labeling because you don't want to mix fertilizer watering cans with like Roundup and weed suppression watering cans, because you can never get that stuff out and you don't want to kill your babies that you work so hard on. So I'm going to put some fertilizer in these 2 cans, and then we're going to get out there and fertilize everybody. Whenever I'm using one of these little bitty cans, especially for doing seedlings, I'm going to do it for these little bitty baby seedlings, I'm going to do it at like a 1/4 ratio, maybe even less than that. I'm just going to do a tiny bit for this 1/2 gallon. We don't need much, people. For this, I do, 1 scoop per gallon is what I typically do. We're just gonna make that happen. Fill her up. All done. Oh, I like this little guy. Good idea. Good idea, Carrie. My seedlings are fully germinated, or at least I think that everything that's going to come up has. 1 or 2 may pop up. So I'm going to come out here. I'm going to do a quick water on them. Check how much water is in the reservoir at the bottom, and this little guy is going to fertilize them, their first fertilization. Okay, there's a storm coming in, and I need to make sure this greenhouse doesn't fall over and my little babies go all over the place. I have lost seedlings this way, and it is not fun. So what I'm gonna do is try and use these tools and make sure that I can tie it up to that post so it doesn't fall over if the storm comes through and knocks it around. When you're watering with water soluble, you want to try and get the water on the leaves, because not only do the roots take up some of the water soluble fertilizer, but the leaves do as well, or at least that's what I have read. So I've always done it. Most watering cans have 2 different nozzles, one that's just a solid nozzle and then one that is perforated like this. I'll always switch it to the perforated one so that I can spread out my liquid. We are not watering, we are just fertilizing. So we don't need to get a ton of water to each plant. We just want to get some of the fertilizer to each plant. Pick up and then get a little bit of water on each one, and you will have officially fertilized for the first time. Pretty easy peasy.